Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Once again, it is Sovereign Saturday. Be mindful of who you allow into your space. Be very mindful. This is very important. As a sovereign man or a woman, sovereign person, you want to have your space. You want to have your area. You want to have your area that you can control. Whether it's a room someplace, an apartment, a house, or even when you out walking about, like do and all of that. You still want to be mindful of who you allow to be in your boundary, in your space, who is allowed to get close to you. And even beyond that, who you listening to. Your space is also within your head. Who you allowing to get into your head? Who are you listening to out here? You have to be very mindful. Whether, let me use a great example online. And I've said this about myself. If you're not getting anything from me, don't listen to me. But if you're not getting anything from anyone else, any content creator, any speaker, don't even allow them into your head. You got to be very mindful because that affects you, whether it's a physical thing or whether it's a mental thing. You have to be very mindful of who you allow in there. Because I'm going to tell you what, many people get messed up because they're listening to the wrong people or they have the wrong people in their area, or they allow someone into their home look, let me share a bit. Part of the reason why I was able to be, I was taken by my grandmother to be raised because my mother allowed some friends into her home. I was actually removed, me and my sister were removed by Child Protective Services, and I'll leave it at that. And that was I would just say that was a terrible thing. That was a terrible thing because she allowed some people who didn't have her best interest at heart. See, that's the thing. When people get into your space, when they get into your head, they doing it for their own reasons. They not just doing it for you. They are trying to influence you. They might physically, they might be trying to use you. Recently, there was a young man, and I don't mind mentioning this, who said to me, he reached out to me, he said, "Hey, Rom, this is somebody from another country. Can I stay with you?" And I was like a simple no. I don't know this young man. I don't know this person. Why would I allow this person into my space? You have to be very careful. It's just like you have these vampire movies. And the vampire has to ask to step into your space. No, that vampire is dangerous. You don't let them in. And out here you have some people who will use you, who will eat your food, who will stay. I knew years ago, this one guy who was staying with these people. He was staying with some other people I knew, and they were trying to get him out, but they couldn't. By law, they couldn't. I was just like, wow. But they shouldn't have let him in to begin with. You got to be very conscious of who you let into your space by law, who you allow into your head by practice. You have to be very conscious of them. Only time you should listen to somebody or have somebody into your space is if they show that they can really add to what you have. They can be good for you. You should only listen to people who are good for you, who are helping you to rise and transform. Like I said, even myself, if you're not getting anything from my videos, don't watch. Just don't watch. Don't complain. Don't try to get me to change anything. Just don't watch. I don't mind. I can't help everybody. It's for 8 billion people in the world. 8 billion people in the world. I already know I can't appeal to everybody. I'm not trying to. And you have to be very careful about that. Many people are influenced by someone. And here's another way you letting someone into your space. When people are living inside of your head. When people are living inside of your head rent free. Indeed, let me look at my notes. Yeah, I talked about that on my Deep Thought channel. You can't even give them space inside of your head. You can't be thinking about them. That's giving them space right there. You got to be mindful. You got to be mindful. When you're sovereign, you have to be mindful of your area, your boundaries. You have to have those boundaries. You are in control of those boundaries, not someone else. Because when you allow someone into your physical space or your mental space, you giving them a chance to control things. And you got plenty of people who will do that. No, you got to be like, no. When you are sovereign, you are in total control. Even listening to me, you only listen. I want people listening to me and listening to the advice I give, the perspective I give, only because they choose to. I don't want to have control over anyone. I don't. That's not me. I'm giving a perspective. When I do these videos, I'm giving a perspective. I'm giving a philosophy. I only want you to choose to follow that perspective, that philosophy, only if you choose to. Don't give me free space. Do not give me free space. Indeed, be very mindful. And then definitely physical space. You be very careful who you let into your house, your home, whatever. Even in relationships. This is mainly for the men listening, but for the ladies as well. But for the men listening, be very careful of the ladies you allow into your home and how they can affect you. There's been plenty of times where I've seen ladies, women, females, whatever you want to call them, do some dirty things to some men because the men allowed them in. You have a boundary right there. You have to protect that boundary. You have to have a choice as to who you allow in that boundary and who you don't allow in that boundary. And you have to say one simple thing. Is this person helping me to rise to a higher level? Are they helping you to go to a higher level? Are they worth listening to? Do you want them around? You don't want something negative in your space. You have to be very careful, and that's every single person, even if that person is related to you. Sometimes we have to love people from afar. Sometimes we have to love them from afar, but think about it. Even some relatives. Shoot, I remember I had one relative, and they were trying to get closer, but I already knew they were a problem. And sometimes you get that. Sometimes you can't let the neighbors in. You have to really think about what you're doing. Remember, protect your space. You're a sovereign person. Protect your space. You're a sovereign, especially a man. Especially a man. Not even that fine woman. She got that big fat old ass. PHAT, y'all. But you don't want to allow her into your area unless she's going to be positive. All right? So I want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to think about everything I said. You got to protect your physical space. You have to protect your mental space. No ifs, ands, and buts. So anyway, that's all I have for today. And I'll get back with you. I want you to keep rising to become the sovereign man or person that you are meant to be. Peace and blessings.